Hey guys, I wanted to do a video for those people who can't do keto and intermittent fasting 100%, okay? They can sort of do it, but they're having a hard time staying consistent, okay? Well, here's the thing. Something is better than nothing, okay? So do what you can. Work towards the ideal scene, okay? But there's relative importances. You have things that are moderately bad, and you have things that are really, really bad to avoid. And I want to just kind of make the distinction between the two. In this list, these are the things you really want to stay away from, okay, if you cheat or go off the program. And that would be soda, because it's just pure sugar, and juice, pure sugar. Especially if the juice in the soda is made with high fructose corn syrup. So that's really, really, really bad to cheat with or to go off the program with. Candy, which is usually made from high fructose corn syrup or dextrose. They never use actual cane sugar anymore, but still, candy is concentrated sugar. A donut, which is completely refined carbohydrate and fat and sugar on top of that. You want to avoid that. Diet soda, so not good long term. So if you're a chronic diet soda drinker, it could create a lot of health problems down the road. Not right away, but down the road. So I would recommend to avoid this one. Canned fruit with syrup, high fructose corn syrup, really bad. Okay, so avoid that like the plague. And then also the combination of meat with sugar. Okay, so if you were to go to a Chinese restaurant or a fast food restaurant and they serve this sweet sauce around the meat, really bad. Barbecue sauce, really bad. The combination is really bad because it increases something that makes your blood really, really sticky, and it's real thick, and it can create problems with your heart, okay, and even plaquing. Meatloaf is a combination of their bread with meat. If you have a hamburger with ketchup, which is high fructose corn syrup, with the bun, really bad. Then when you add starch to that on top of that with this meal, so you're doing some greasy fries, okay, so that's not good. This combination is not going to be good for your insulin levels at all. So then you have the combination of fat and sugar. Like in ice cream, traditional ice cream, you have all this high fat with a ton of sugar. Not a good combination. So any combination with protein or sugar or fat and sugar is not good. All right? Now, the occasional list right here. Let's say you do a sweet potato, a yam, just potato, rice. Okay, so have it occasionally. It's definitely better than these things right here. Okay? Alcohol. Make sure if you're doing alcohol, occasionally, small amounts, you're doing something more dry and not so sweet. Fruit. Well, it's definitely better than these if you have some occasional fruit, or beans, or unsweetened yogurt. These are things that I would kind of, if you're going to cheat, do these right here, not these right here. Let's say you go off track and you want to repair the damage. There's a couple things I'm going to recommend. Electrolyte powder. This puts the potassium back in. You'll feel better quick if you do it. You can take a drink of it and you'll feel a lot better. And then the wheatgrass juice powder. This is like putting the nutrients back in, simply because a lot of these foods deplete vitamins and minerals. So we want to put them back in and have you get right back on track. Now, if there's a holiday, a birthday party, a social event, go off the program, get right back on the program. The way that I would recommend looking at this is if you were to just take a sheet of paper and divide it down the center and just look at it from the standpoint of, in a given day, how many things do you do to create your health? Okay, are you exercising? Are you sleeping good? Are you doing things to lower your stress? Are you eating healthy? And then all the things that you're doing to counter create your health. Okay? Whatever that is. And you want to make sure you keep creating your health every single day. That's how you get healthy. Thanks for watching. Hey, before you leave, I just wanted to give you a little quick history on some of the books that I wrote. This was one of the first books. It's called Dr. Berg Body Shapes. It was my attempt at writing about body types. What was very interesting about this book is I actually did all the images myself. Don't ask me why. They look actually not quite as professional as some of the images that I have in the new book. But anyway, this is my first attempt right here called Dr. Berg's Body Shape Diets. And then I wrote a book more extensive called The 7 Principles of Fat Burning. I don't even have a copy anymore, actually, because it's outdated. The next book, I put about 1,000 hours into this one right here called The New Body Type Guide. Major updates on the body types. I put a lot of energy into this. It has professional images, graphics, all sorts of things. Now, the problem with this book is it doesn't really describe what this is really about. Body types are only a small portion of what's in this book. And that's why I changed the name to the Healthy Keto Plan, okay? If you happen to have this book, you don't really need this book because there's only very, very minor updates. But if you don't have this, you need to get this one right here. This book goes into every single detail that you would ever want to know about. It goes into the 7 principles of fat burning. It goes into hormones, the body types, the basic keto plan. It goes into intermittent fasting. I talk about the 10 fat burning triggers and blockers and fat burning strategies with a lot of details in every single chapter. I go into body issues that interfere with losing weight. There's very few people that just have a weight problem. They have a lot of body issues, whether it's sleeping problems, stress problems, inflammation, menopause. I cover that extensively in this book. Then I talk about how to get rid of stress, and I show you a technique. Then I get into exercising. And then I have a lot of really good recipes in this book as well. So this is a good reference guide. On my website, if you get this book, you get this one free. It's called Healthy Keto Intermittent Fasting. This is the shortcut, quick guide to this book. And the reason I created this book is to have you, within 45 minutes, learn how to do keto, okay, in intermittent fasting, exactly what you need to do. Then you can fill in the blanks with this book right here. So right now I'm doing a special. If you get this book, you get this one totally free, or you can go to Amazon and get these individually. So I just want to clarify the difference between this book and this updated one right here. If you don't have this, you need to get this right here. That way you can get the exact correct information to do it healthily.